Mining Job Hunt. Welcome to Australian Mining for New Starters, and today we're going to do a job hunt using the keywords underground, drillers offsider and dump truck. So let's start with underground and just type underground in and hit spin and you'll see all the jobs come up. So there's lots. And if we go through it, you'll see there's lots of truck operators, entry-level truck around Kalgoorlie, experienced truck drivers. Everybody wants experienced snippers or truck drivers, but the reality of that situation in underground is that there aren't any. So all the employers are having to put on new starters. There's even people recruiting for New Zealand, so for all the cuzzy bros in Perth if they want to go home, and experienced truck drivers. And if we go on to Burncut's experienced truck drivers ad, when we come down, it says that minimum 6 months experience as an underground truck operator or a diamond driller offsider. Now the reason that it's a diamond driller offsider is that they want people that know how their mine works, because to teach you to drive the truck it only takes a couple of weeks. To teach you how the whole operation works, you've got to put a lot more time and investment into that. So that's why they want the people with 6 months experience, so they've proven themselves that they're going to make it. That 6 month mark is really important in your first job. People in the industry see it as failure if you don't make it past the first 6 month mark. So it's really important to be able to do that. And once you do that, going in as a diamond driller offsider, if you've set yourself up right, you can make the jump to truck if you want to, or you can carry on and be a diamond driller, whatever tickles your fancy. But I just wanted to point that out because where everybody's asking for experienced underground truck operators, there just aren't any. And so they're trying to get the best that they can and trying to do the least amount of training as possible. Why are they trying to do the least amount of training as possible? Because the more training that you have to do, the more cost it is and the more mistakes new starters make. And when a new starter makes a mistake, it normally ends up costing serious money a lot of the time. So it can be in the tens of thousands, even the hundreds of thousands, even the millions. I've seen a couple of new starters driving to portals with their tubs up, and that's an expensive thing to do. So there's lots of stuff going on in the underground space, and you can use the sponsors training to get yourself all sorted out with knowing how their mine works, so you can get yourself up to speed. And once you do that, that gives you a real advantage over other people being able to go to the employer and saying, I know how your mine works. Now, people often ask, how do you make that happen? And if you come over to the Wall of Fame page, all these people, none of them had any experience prior to doing the training, and none of them had a mining contact either. They were all able to do it themselves or make that contact that they needed to get in once they'd completed the training and understood how the actual mining industry works in hard rock underground. So that's the big tip, is knowing how it all works makes it easier, much easier to get in. So if we have a look at drillers offsiders, there's lots of jobs and they're looking for people both on the surface and underground. Now if you're going to go on the surface, I say to people that you need to like camping, because that's the sort of conditions that most surface jobs entail. They drag a caravan with them, and the offsider might even be responsible for cooking dinner at some stage. So just keep that in mind. Whereas with the hard rock drillers offsiders, the diamond drillers, they're underground and they normally are in camps, and so it's a lot easier way of getting yourself in. There's trainee jobs all over the place, but it is hard physical work. Next one, we'll have a look at dump truck, and lots come up because it's not just the mining dump truck jobs that come up, but the mining dump truck jobs seem to be the front ones, so it works out well like that. And there's not really anybody looking for any entry-level people, or there are some entry-level roles around the mining towns like Kalgoorlie, and some of the coal mines are doing traineeships. But like I've talked about before, with the coal mines and traineeships for 12 months or 24 months, that's more about wage suppression than anything else. So just be careful if you're getting into a traineeship that goes for 12 months or 2 years to exactly how much money you're going to get paid. If you're making $100,000 a year, yeah, go for it. But if they're only going to pay you $70,000 for 2 years worth of work like that, then you really seriously need to consider why you're trying to get that job, because mining's about making money from my perspective. That's why I got into it, to make money. And if you're going to get into it, that's what you want to do, is make money. So I hope that information helps and you get a good idea of the different jobs that are around and what you can do to get one. If you could like and subscribe the channel. Thanks.